This video is sponsored by PoketownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck or just to get the latest booster packs in town, they literally have everything, and they will have Brilliant Stars up on stock very shortly, so keep refreshing the website. You can use the coupon code ZapDoesTCG for 5% on everything on the website, so definitely do so to support the channel. Also, this video is sponsored by cardsmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day to sell cards that I don't need to buy newer ones. So definitely check out the website Card Market and use the referral name ZapDoesTCG. Last but not least is yourplaymat.com, the website to create your own unique custom playmat. You can create a playmat from scratch today. Get 10% off your order by clicking the link down below, and they ship worldwide, so start creating that playmat. Anyhow, thanks again for sticking around with the commercials. Let's just get this video started already. Peace! What's up YouTube, it's ZapDoesTCG here and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. We just got, of course, the Battle Region main set revealed, and we're going to be looking at all of the amazing cards that they showcased. There's, of course, cards from the Legends of Arceus game, and that's very cool because the Hisuian cards is going to be very insane. So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You're gonna get daily Pokemon TCG content over here that you don't want to miss out on. And I'm very eager to just showcase a lot of these cards because they are very good. We get some sort of a comeback card. We get another Mew VMAX counter. There's so many things to love, and even another one price archetype. So we're gonna be taking a look at it right now. There's Sparkling Heatran, which actually has the Raging Burst. As of course, you can only have one Sparkling Pokemon in your entire deck. There's of course Greninja and Hulucha as well. We've talked about these before. The Raging Burst actually allows you to slap 70 damage for every damage counter on this Pokemon, and you can use Magma Basin on it, and of course the Double Turbo or a Twin Energy as well. So if you can just get this off a couple of turns, you maybe can just play something to just get more damage counters on this. I was thinking about Spike Mud and retreating and stuff. That is an option. I don't know if this is going to be impactful because you can only have one of them, and if it's priced you cannot get your strategy off. But 70 damage could be insane because let's say you have like 3 damage counters, you slap 210, which is very good. As we've seen, sparkling cards are of course having powerful attacks or abilities. We have the Hisuian Typhlosion V. The opponent is burned for 0 energies. 0 energy attack costs are back. I love that fact. And there's the Chilling Fire. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. So it wants to be Dusknoir, right? Travanoir. There's a Hisuian Typhlosion VSTAR. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon any way you like. So it wants to be Dragapult VMAX, but it does need 3 energies to do that. So maybe you could pair it up with the Shadow Red Calyrex VMAX to just get itself going. And also its V-Star power is pretty good. If your opponent's active Pokemon has exactly 4 damage counters, it's now knocked out. So the exact same thing like Yveltal GX back in the day with the Dooms News or whatever it was. For 1 energy, I think that's very great. The problem is that this is not too splashable. The cool thing is you have like Quick Shoot, Insta KO. There's Hisuian Decidueye V. Search your deck for up to any 2 cards and put them into your hand. So Sylveon, Magical Ribbon stuff, I get the feeling from this. It's only 2 cards though, and of course there is stuff like Marnie in the format, and of course a new supporter which we're going to be talking about. There's the Point Blank, 100 damage, and the attack isn't affected by any effect. So another wall breaking attack which can go through any effect. So yeah, they really don't want to push wall breakers. They're pushing wall breakers, so things like Decidueye and Altaria are like not good. Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR, you may discard up to 3 energies from your hand. If you do, this attack does 30 more damage for every card you discarded in that way. 160 base, and you can actually discard 3 energies, which adds up to 90. 90, that's 250. You can get this off with like a Fighting and a Double Turbo Energy, which turns into 200. And 30, but you can then have the choice belt to 60. I don't know how to feel about this. It's V-Star power. You may use this ability during your turn. Draw cards until you have 8 cards in hand. So extra consistency on an ability. You have the Hisuian Samurott V, but as you know, V-Star powers is only once during a game. Only 1 time, so you have to time it perfectly. The Hisuian Samurott V. Discard up to 2 of tool cards from your opponent's Pokemon. Of course, it's a tool scrapper attack. And then there's the Shadow Slash, 180 damage. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. Not the greatest Pokemon I've seen, but 220 is not bad for a basic Pokemon. Hisuian Samurott VSTAR. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has damage counters on it, this attack does 110 damage more. Wow, 220 for 2 energies, and it's a darkness type as well. Could be interesting. So you have to put damage counters on. Of course, there's Galarian, Zigzagoon. But it won't be legal for too much longer because I think this set comes out in May, which means the rotation happens during August. So you can have a little bit of Zigzagoon fun with this. And you can have, of course, this V-Star power. You may use this ability during your turn, put 4 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. This 4 damage counters could work pretty well with the Hisuian Typhlosion V-Star. There's a Cylin. Flip 2 coins. Choose a number of cards from your discard pile and put the number of heads. Put those cards on top of the deck. Okay, if you chose one more card, put them, yeah, okay, in any order. So let's say you have 2 heads, you can have 2 cards, and you can put them in any order on top of your deck. It's a supporter, could be interesting to utilize to get like special energies back. This could be a nice way, but it's a little bit luck based. I'm probably a big fan of Roxanne's backup for that matter. There's Roxanne, huge. People that have been playing like Team Rocket's admin or like N. Comeback cards, insane, or this is insane. You can play this card only if your opponent has 3 or less prize cards left. So only in the late game. Luckily we have Tapu, not Tapu Lady. We have Lumineon V to search it out, which is awesome. So both players shuffle their hand to the deck. You get 6 cards. The opponent only gets 2 cards. Ace Trainer shenanigans. You can put the opponent to a 2-card hand and expand it. You can even go for Dusknoir and then use, of course, the attack to just put them to a 0-card hand. And standard, you can also go for like Malamar VMAX. I'm a big fan of Roxanne. This might be the card that saves the standard format. I think so, because comeback cards is something we were missing. Like, I whiffed out on an energy turn 1, I lose the game. The opponent has like everything on his first turn, and I'm falling a little bit behind. The game's over. Well, we get a comeback card, finally. There's the Jubilife Village. Once during each player's turn, that player may shuffle their hand to their deck and draw 5 cards. If they do, the turn ends. Hey, this reminds me of Tropical Beach. And instead of like getting more cards in hand, you can shuffle. If you have a terrible opening hand, let's say you are playing a deck and you really want to find your setup, right? You want to get a lot of basics going. But the problem is, how do you do that? Because you cannot play the first turn supporter rule. I don't even know if I'm a big fan of this, by the way, because your turn immediately ends, right? So you can just slap everything down and then use the Jubilife Village. You get a fresh card of 5. I don't know how to feel about it. Because your turn ends and there's Marnie in the format, so it might even be not perfect. Yeah, not a big fan. I thought it was like you can play all the cards and then your turn ends, but that's not the case. There's the Canceling Colon. Until the end of this turn, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities, including the Pokemon that become active this turn. Okay. Everything in the active has no ability. Oh boy. Yeah, this is like some sort of attack card against the Duraludon, right? I cannot do anything against the Duraludon. Let's just... Until the end of your opponent's... okay. I have to read this to just comprehend what it actually does. Until the end of this turn, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities. Until the end of this turn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you just play it and you can go slap down. You can knock out the Decidueyes without having to worry about the ability. You can knock out the Duraludon without having to worry about the ability. Same for Zamazenta. You can also utilize this in early game phases. Like Zacian cannot use Intrepid Sword. If it's in the active, in the bench, it can still do whatever it pleases. Are there any other abilities in the active that I could think of that are very, very powerful right now? What are great? V-Star? Yeah, Arceus V-Star. If you want to be attacked, while using the V-Star power, you have to be in the bench. So they would need like switch first, then use V-Star, and then switch again. So yeah, I like this. This is a great item card. Wait and See Turbo. You can use this card only if you go second. And only on your first turn. Search your deck for a basic energy attached to one of your Pokemon. Okay, if you play 4 of these, you can also play the Mew from Celebrations to try and find these cards. So, extra energy acceleration. This could be a unique way to just play. Oh, your turn does end. Luckily, I read that. Otherwise, I would say a lot of other things that did not work. So, Wait and See Turbo. There's the Vileplume without item lock. Although, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent can play supporters from their hand during their turn. If tails, your opponent can play items. I didn't say anything. It still has item lock, but the problem is it's like on an attack, and it's on a coin flip, and it's a stage 2. Not good. Pyroar, put 4 damage counters instead of 2 on your opponent's burned Pokemon between turns. I don't know if that will be impactful, although there might be like an item like leave the opponent burned, and then you can play Hisuian Typhlosion VSTAR, and they're having 4 damage counters on them, and you one-shot them. Interesting. Okay, Hisuian Basculin. Lots of these have a 0 attack cost. Search your deck for up to 2 basics and put them on your bench. Alolan Vulpix is back. I adore this fact. Search your ball with Lava Ball, by the way. Ooh boy. Lava Ball, Hisuian Basculin, promoted, 2 basics. Life is good. Life is good. I like this card. Might even see play and Malamar in the early phases. Let's say you have like an Inkay and nothing. Attachment of the turn. Lava Ball, Hisuian Basculin, put it promoted, and boom. You have some basics. Hisuian Basculegion. Yeah, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage, you can slap 90 more, and the Pokemon is also confused. 120 stage 1 energy attack cost, and leaving the opponent confused will still not be good enough, by the way. Mismagius, your opponent reveals their hand. If you have 4 or more cards in hand, choose all but 3 cards in their hand, and your opponent shuffles those cards back in the deck. So for 1 energy, you put them to a low hand size. Not sure how to feel about this. This could be a nice control card, by the way. If you play Zoroark from Evolving Skies, turn into Mismagius and do some weird shenanigans. There's the Buddy Catch ability from the Gallade. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a supporter, reveal them, put it in the hand. So whatever supporter you want, you can have it. There's Diancie, not fairy type, sad. It's a psychic type. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, whenever your opponent plays a supporter from the hand, it prevents all effects of that card done to your bench basic Pokemon. Okay, so you protect everything, right? Like, you protect everything with Boss's Orders. As long as this Pokemon is active. Oh, it needs to be active. Sad. You can actually just throw this in the active, and then your basic Pokemon cannot get Boss's Ordered. Interesting, right? There's a Hisuian Overquill. I have never said that word before. Your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. Put 5 damage counters between instead of 1 during the checkup phase. Not good enough. Mightyena, the Mew VMAX Destroyer. That's what we're gonna be calling it today. So, Hustle Bark. If your opponent has any Pokemon VMAX in play, doesn't need to be the active. This Pokemon's attack cost is 3 cardless energies less, aka 0 energies, 160 damage. You do 60 to yourself. Well, who cares when you one-shot a Mew VMAX? Ooh, let's throw all your Galarian Obstagoons out of the window. You play. Of course, the Mightyena counter deck. And 160, you also 2 shots VMAXs. And with Choice Belt, you can get to 190. Maybe play some Zigzagoons here and there. A great card. You have to just say, unless the opponent just never plays VMAXs, then it's too clunky. Although you could still be running like double turbos, energy, and stuff. Keep watch. Basic energy attached to your benched Pokemon can't be discarded by any effect of your opponent's items or supporters. Screw Crushing Hammer, gone with it. Just slap down a hoot, and all of your bench basic Pokemon cannot get hammered away. Nice. That is nice. Caldeo, 10 damage, just that 20 for each of your bench Pokemon. 1 prize water type. Rhyperior, discard the top card of your deck if it's an energy attack does 100 damage more, and then attach that energy. Not bad. You can of course use, the Rotom Phone or Oranguru. There's the Rose Raid. If your opponent's active Pokemon isn't affected by a special condition. Oh yeah, if it's affected by a special condition, 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So 60-60. For Rose Raid. This is the wrong picture, by the way. So, but Rose Raid is stage 1, requires 2 energies. Mamoswine. Okay, Blizzard. 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and its other attack costs way too much. But the discarded energy from this Pokemon, the defending Pokemon can't attack. But as we've learned in the past, there's Escape Rope, there's Switch, there's Bird Keeper, there's Scoop Up. Now, there's a lot of great things to just see. We already talked about all these previous translation, by the way. Virizion was interesting because you can have a special condition block. You have Miltank, which has, of course, the Wall Pokemon ability, not being attacked by V Pokemon. Cleavor, flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, the opponent is instantly knocked out. Weirder, which can draw just a card, whatever. It doesn't need to be in the active, so just drawing 1 card. Fast Queen attacks more damage depending on how many honey cards you reveal from hand, and it's probably going to be only this item card, honey. because of the fact that they are going to be translating it to something like Sweet Honey. And there's also the Kamado. Choose one card from your hand and discard all other cards from hand, then draw 4 cards. All the other cards we've talked about. Sparkling Greninja is broken, discard an energy from hand, draw 2 cards. So basically like have trait ability and a basic Pokemon, but only works for energies, but will be busted with stuff like I would say Darkrai VSTAR, because you can instantly go for dark patches. There's Sparkling Hawlucha, lowering DHP. Actually, you deal 30 more damage to your opponent's active VMAX. Interesting. Chandelure, once during your turn, you may play this card, and then, yeah, you can discard the top 3 cards from your opponent's deck with Scoop Up Net. That could be entirely fun. So in 15 minutes, you have a rundown of this Hisuian region set, which is going to be based on Pokemon Legends Arceus. And all these cards look very good. What can we say? Roxanne will change and shape up the format. There is ways that there's gonna be a lot of item card or supporters that allow you to end your turn, but could have, of course, an advantage on the first turn. We have the one prize Vespiquen deck, which I really like to try out. What else? The one-hit KO potential move of the Hisuian VSTAR is great. It also pairs really well if you just spread some damage counters around with its attack. There is also the Heatran one prize deck. The problem with that is that you will have to hope that the Heatran is not priced, but of course you can get it back with stuff like Ordinary Rod, Vileplume with some item lock stuff across the board, or supporter lock. But the problem is that yeah, you already guessed it, it is a stage 2 that needs too many energies, although you can rely on Raihan on double turbo energy and have of course the ways with Glimwood Tangle to item lock turn again. The problem I see instantly is of course that yeah, the opponent could just knock out the Vileplume and then the fun ends. So yeah, what do you think about all these new cards from the Hisuian region? These all will come out, yeah, the Battle region will release on February 25th. And of course, in the English release, we will see it in May. So hopefully you guys enjoyed another video on the channel. If you did, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It helps out in ridiculous ways you have no idea. I try to put all the best content for you guys, and as soon as I have information, I just share it with you guys. Go check out, yeah, PokemonStore.com. The best place for TCGO code cards. Utilize the coupon code ZABLUESTCG for 5% off. There's also your playmat, which allow you to just create your own unique custom playmat from scratch. They ship worldwide, and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. There's also the card market website for European players. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZABLUESTCG. This was a short run through to all the cards that we're getting in Battle Region. Actually, that Japan is getting in Battle Region, and we will be getting in our yeah, new set in, of course, May. So I'm very excited for Roxanne to just have, of course, a comeback mechanic. Free attacks on Hisuian variants is awesome. And some of these cards are going to be pretty impactful. So I'm very excited. The Pokemon TCG future looks bright. And I couldn't be any happier. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.